comedian David Boyle, and I'm quitting alcohol. So I'm back and it's hot and I'm tired and I just spent 9 hours on a fucking Scoot flight, which has to be the worst airline that's ever existed. I can't imagine you can get below Scoot. There must be some African airlines that are worse than Scoot, but they actually crash all the time. Scoot they don't even fucking pretend. They're like, our only obligation to you is getting you to the destination. That's it. Which is the main reason, but you're used to a little bit of fucking something, aren't you? And these airplanes that fucking Scoot are running, I don't know how much longer they're going to stay in the sky. So I get into the fucking seat. Everything in the seat's broken. The armrest is broken. The light, the button you press for the fucking light, that's broken. And the only other buttons there were the attendant buttons. And both of those were broken as well. The whole thing was broken. So that's fine, whatever. I don't really give a shit. I kind of knew what I was in for. And then in the little pouch in front of you, it just looks like a whole bunch of trash in there. But it's the menu and the fucking safety routine, whatever the fuck it is. It's all scrunched up and crumpled up like it's been used 1,000 times. They're not printing off new ones once a week or a month or even 6 months. These were well fucking worn out Scoot pamphlets. Anyway, that's all right as well. It just feels like you've hopped on a plane that a group of people had just walked off. Like no one's cleaned it. It's just fucking trashed. But that's all fine. So we're on the wing. We've got the wing. We're smack bang in the middle of the wing. And it's not my favorite place. I don't enjoy the wing. I don't really like the look of the bending wings in turbulence. So I prefer not to be on the wing. But we're on the wing. And I'm not really paying attention. I'm just looking out before we're taking off. I'm not even looking at the wing. I'm looking past the wing. But something catches my eye. It's like there's a black blotch on the wing. I'm like, oh, is that some frost or something? And then I realize we're in Singapore. I'm like, there's no frost in Singapore. It's like 38 degrees at the moment. So I zoom in with my laser eyes and I'm like, what the fuck is that black blotch? And then I realize there's a few more. There's about 4 or 5 blotches up the wing. And I can't really work out what it is. And then I fucking really lean over and have a look. And I realize I figured out what it was. It's the paint on the wing has peeled away. And they just haven't repainted it. Scoot are like, that's not a problem. We've got bigger fish to fry. We can save money on the fucking repainting the wing and pour it into, I don't know where they're pouring it into. I was trying to find it. I was trying to find where they're pouring that money into. I couldn't find it unless there's a billionaire owner who's just fucking raking it in. So I'm sitting there and I don't really like flying anyway. I am eyes closed, praying every single fucking flight, no matter what. I don't like it in general, but when you see that the paint is peeling off the wing on the plane you're about to fucking take off on, that is cause for concern. That is cause for a few more prayers, a couple of extra rounds. I'm like, are they serious? Are they fucking serious? And I have a look at this wing and it's just patched up. It's only paint. I don't know if that's a problem. I don't know if paint on airplanes is just decoration. You don't even really need it. But I usually like the wings on my airplanes fully painted. And it wasn't just the black blotches that were a concern. I looked closer at the wing and it's just a patchwork of like paint. Like the paint's peeling off all the time and some cunt's coming around every few fucking months with a paintbrush and just patching it up, spotting it up. I was like, this deserves you right. If this plane crashes, it fucking deserves you right. Who flies Scoot? If anyone with any amount of money, like if a millionaire or 100 million, if a billionaire saw what was happening on Scoot, they would not believe it. It's Greyhound coaches in the sky. I was looking around and it's just scum, wall to wall, fucking scum. And I can't fucking do Indians on flights anymore. I'm done with it. I can't fucking handle it. Indians on flights, especially if they're like fresh out of India Indians, they're the fucking worst human beings in the world. So they came around, they gave people a feed, and you know how once you've finished your feed, like if you're a civilized human being, you just sit there and you fucking continue doing what you're doing, whatever it is. You leave the empty tray on your fucking fold-out table and you wait for them to collect the rubbish. Not fucking Indians. Not fucking Indians. So these cunts, they fucking finish their feed, and instead of just waiting for the cunts to come around, they put the empty tray on the floor, in the aisle. Just on the ground in the aisle. The air hostesses are like tripping over shit. They're walking backwards and they're standing on these empty trays. Like, these Indians are treating it like they're in a hotel in fucking Mumbai. Just dumping the trays in the fucking hallway. I was looking at this old bitch. I stared her in the eye when she did it. I'm like, are you serious? Are you fucking serious? And she put it down and she saw me staring at it. And I held her gaze for a long time. And then she bent back down and moved it like 3 mil out of the aisle. Left it on the ground, just moved it a little off center. I'm like, fucking, I can't deal with it. I've got kids to look after here. I've got shit going on. And then this was at the end. I'm at the fucking end of my tether as well. My kids weren't even that bad. It was just being surrounded by these fucking Indians. So this is the end of the flight. When you've got 2 kids and 3 bags to carry, you've got to organize yourself. My daughter's refusing to walk, so I've got to carry her, this big fucking duffel bag, and my backpack with all my shit in it. Then I've got to organize my son to carry a bag that he can barely lift. So when the flight fucking lands, I have to be the first one up because I have to get everything in the bag. I have to get the fucking passport sorted, all the forms sorted. I've got to have them in my pocket. I've got to get my son up with the bag. This is all before the line out the fucking door starts moving. So that's fine. And then the line starts moving and I see this cunt, this Indian cunt, gold earring in his ear. I'm like, fuck off, cunt. You're in Scoot. You're right next to me, you fucking cunt. So I was in a fucking cunt of a mood. So I have my son in front of me. He's got his backpack on. I'm carrying my daughter. I've got a backpack on and I'm just waiting to the last second to grab my duffel bag because it weighs about 15 fucking kilos. It's just overloaded. And I've been standing since the plane fucking landed, and this cunt who's like directly in line with me, he's sat down the whole time. He's been sitting the whole time. Just as the line starts moving, he gets up and then tries to cut in front of my son. I grabbed him. I put my hand on him. I'm like, excuse me, and just pushed him back. I'm like, excuse me, and just pushed him back into his seat. I'm like, no, that's not happening. And if you want to fucking argue about it, I'll meet you right out the front because I'm ready to get arrested. I was so fucking angry at this cunt. I looked back at him like 12 times just trying to get some eye contact happening so I could fucking say, yeah, what? There was no fucking eye contact. Oh my God, it was fucking annoying. You've got to try it though. You've got to try being on an Indian flight with fucking fresh off the boat Indians. It's an experience. It's like nothing you've ever been on before. So I'm back. It's good to be back. It's fucking hot and I need to sleep. So that'll do for tonight. If you're enjoying the podcast, give it a share around and I'll see you the fuck later.